Hello and welcome. It is the 11th day of October 2019. All bets trades are alike within each his own risk and their own reward. And I'm just fascinated at the mathematical results. Okay, I'll quickly go over the Bitcoin stuff here because this here is even looking similar to this here. And we could even look at previous comparisons for when it wasn't able to do it back before. So here we have the situation, or had a situation, where we're in this similar sort of kind of trend and getting out above it, and what indicated the big move. And I should bring the volume back in because that could help out. But okay, I should just take a bit to come on. There we go. Well, in the shorter term, when you look at this, that you can maybe could have got an indication then. But as far as it went, we can see one of the things that it did was it curved the 18. And there's how we got the 18 that's doing this nice little thing in here. But after getting above this established resistance, it just happened to not get anything above. So as it stands now, it's just really close to having one of those exitations of it. And in a situation after this, that he got key low, key high, correct. And this is the breakout point to the next key high. And, well, of course, it's been that of corrected. So exiting this point, a decent shot at going higher. And then in conclusion, on the 8 hour, what we got here is this resistance now supporting, and if it exits it in this, it could be interesting, is all I'm trying to say here. And if you look at risk reward and potential for gains versus all that type of stuff, it's pretty cool. Now, I talked earlier this morning about hockey on this interesting bets, and it's doing the exact same thing today. I'm moments away to seeing what the exact results are going to be, but moments ago. And playing one of these games, as I've been stating, there's a mathematical edge, and it works out that I can get good cashes like just more often than I probably should, and it's going to be the same thing. This is low stakes for now, but I'm just going to keep on increasing it game by game and day by day. But in this example here, 1,426 people playing. Top 300 people get paid. So my top two lineups are 76 and 227, with my worst two being 693, 12, 18. So Arizona leading 4-1. So these are my Arizona Pro lineups, and these are my Vegas Pro lineups. They didn't do so well, but that's how I think it's going to be positioned game in, or many times where my pro lineups are going to be near the top and my other ones are going to be near the bottom, positioned within this way. This tells me I'm not going to show the players on this. As far as the points are concerned, this one, my captain got 28 fantasy points, which is very big. But I'm going to take a look at the final results. 68th place, so I improved 8 spots, 158. And it was only worked out to small profit, 20%, 15%. And that's by not putting good players in, and I still win. And I've even noticed that people were making the mistake by even playing Marc-Andre Fleury, who did not get the start, and the other goalie was declared the starter hours and hours before the start of the game, meaning other people make mistakes, which is really what you're doing is playing against people that do such a thing. And then, of course, you make advantage to work it out so that you get more cashes than you should, more first places than you should, meaning, and what I define by more than you should. If I play a 1,426 player game, 14,260 times, the fair amount of wins should be 10. But if you got a place where you should be winning 20, 30, 40 times, well, then mathematically you're obviously in an advantage. Or another way of putting it, if 300 people pay on this, if you're able to cash it, say 400 or 500 out of 1,426 times, and so far for me, it's pretty much been half 50-50. Half my lineups thus far have cashed because I have cashed. So far, it's been really weird. Every lineup I put in that has been on the winning team has cashed. It hasn't been easy I've had some pretty bad lineups that have gotten the lower ends, and tonight being no exception. And on the other side, they never do. So on the winning team, now there's going to be games where it's going to be working out really bad where I'll put in, I'll get nothing. Maybe my best finish might be a 400th or something, and I'll get nothing back. And then, of course, there's going to be times when you get major results. So obviously, if you get first place, second place, third place, fifth place, all those top seeds, you do really well. Of course, you put yourself in more position to do so with more volume if you can do it. That's where I really think the key would come in. Because it's only a quarter game, it's like absolutely nothing. And in fact, in order for it to be really good, I need to see if it works in the larger stake games. Because one, I already know the field sizes aren't the greatest in there. But on certain days, when like say good $2, $5, $10 games are available, or any games where I can play larger amount of lineups, because if there's 1,426, the way I'm thinking is I could probably put in 20 on each side, fill in 40 of and then I don't know what the maximum is, but I could probably do 20 and comfortably feel I could do profitable, and that would be 40 times a quarter. That'd be $10. So at least I have possibilities to play a decent stakes just to actually make it worth it. But it's fun just to be able to find ways where you can get in games where people are supposed to lose, and you turn out to be ahead of the situation. Thank you for tuning in. And again, I'm saying this for two reasons. One, for different things, for ideas that you can find that can win. Always realize that they are out there, and cryptocurrencies, of course, the whole trading system. I mean, that's why I'm into it. I think it's the best one out there. But for this is just as another one that's there. Just be able to see it, try to think, okay, how does it make sense? Okay, how can I track it past history from this point forward? And then how can I execute it to give me profits, kind of deal. Just things like that. Okay, so in conclusion, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see what happens with Bitcoin. But setup looks pretty good. As far as people state, because I've heard other people say you don't want to get in until a certain level. They never tell you when should you buy here and there, and I don't even play this way. But when I look at it, if it's starting to break above this, then that's one of it. That's the early one when it's first leaving like the 18 spot like this, and then you're looking for a clear break above this. So you have to determine what clear is, and then when you see price in that action, then like something I would like to see have to be able to have the option is I want to be able to buy in at that price when the bid price is at least at say for example, as long as I know there's so much bid at least at say 87.20. So if there's a bid at 87.20, then I automatically want to buy at whatever price. That would be cool to be able to automatically do things like that, because that's how I would probably execute if I could. So like, okay, if there's an 87.35, if there's a bid for so many Bitcoin, at least 2 Bitcoin, then I want to buy maybe $1,000 worth or 50,000 or however much it might be at say whatever price up to a maximum price kind of deal. And the reason why I do it that way is because I want to make sure the price is there at that level, because I just don't want to buy it now. I want to make sure it comes on a break at this point. But that price would be like 8,700 and change compared to are we seeing it right now on the I mean, there we go. I mean, there we go right now. Compare it right now. You just boom, you buy right now, 86.20. We're having an excitation of the 18 right now. It just happened. So there's a spot. Okay, I'm in. Yada yada yada. That's how you play the game. And then maybe okay, I'm going to put a stop loss maybe underneath this low, maybe underneath this low, and maybe because of the aggressive moves you can go above. Maybe you're going to go this way, but that's super aggressive going down there. And of course, everyone else does the whole stop loss kind of deal thing. And it also means too that say you're playing on this breakout. I mean, I know this wasn't really a clear breakout, but suppose it was, or if you did get in, then then obviously this was a safe spot where the market could correct to. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye bye.